found it.
Jason's looking back through the archives as to see when you might have posted this big a margin.
The last time was 02-03 season against Blackhawk.
Wow, look at Coach Van Meter pulls that out. Well, Coach, we talked about in the pregame show that, you know, I think everyone expected you guys to be able to handle Westdale.
Right. Yeah.
You know, what we talked about is could you maintain the execution for 4 quarters, get up and put them away, and just continue to run the base offense and execute well regardless of who was on the floor.
Right, and that's one of the things we want to do. I thought we started off a little shaky. I think we kind of came in a little bit thinking we can get away with a lot of stuff, and we got a little lazy on defense, just trying to reach and get us a deal because we knew they weren't good ball handlers, but then we ended up getting lead back on defense. But once we started cleaning up things and started making a little bit better passes and better shots and getting squared up, I thought we did a little bit better job.
You called that timeout. I think they cut it to 10-8,
Yeah.
and you really shut them down for a long time. I think they finished the half with 11 and even extended into the third. They didn't score a bucket for quite a bit into the third. Kind of talk about that timeout and what you saw different. I mean, you talked about it a little bit already, but
right. Well, we just talked about how we had to clean up our defense and not reach, and then the second quarter we wanted to go into a zone just to let them shoot a little bit from the outside, so we knew they weren't strong shooters, and that's something we need to work on too. So, just trying a couple different defenses. We tried a new press tonight just to see how it would work. I really wasn't too happy the way it was working because, again, I think we were reaching too much. We were trying to do a little bit of a run and jump, and we were trying to reach too much for that steal. When we talk about that, we try to go after that steal, and then people go by us, and we've got to try to keep people in front of us and let them throw the ball away. So I thought we did a better job the second quarter of maintaining the defense and keeping them in front of us and not letting them get down for an easy layup. So.
A lot of girls scored tonight. I think you had 10 people that got on the board tonight, and you just saw a lot of other girls tonight with an air of confidence. And you're going to have a little bit of that against a team like Westdale, but it was a little different tonight, I thought.
Yeah, and I think the girls wanted that. I mean, I think that was something we were looking for, and that was my goal at the beginning of the game, was to at least get everybody on my regular varsity roster on the board. And by halftime, we had everybody, I think, but Michaela and Brenneman that had scored, but they were in the game, and I thought Michaela played a nice game when she was in there. And then the third, I don't know if it was third or fourth quarter when Brenneman finally scored, and Michaela scored in the third quarter too. So we got those guys in. So we felt pretty comfortable, and the girls knew that that's what was the job. I don't think there was any selfish mood as far as, hey, this is a team I could go one-on-one on and score on all night long. I think Him did a nice job of passing the ball tonight to where she had opportunities. She probably could have went one-on-one, but she was very unselfish and was looking for the open play and had some really nice passes. I thought Sierra did a nice job of getting ready and catching some of those. Sierra needed to score tonight. Sheena needed to score tonight. Still just a lot of bunnies early, but I guess that's going to happen. I guess I'd rather have to win this game than another one. So.
Well, you're right. I mean, you take away some of those, bunny shots you missed. I mean, you probably could have put up 80 points tonight.
Yeah.
And even Gina missed a few shots.
Right. Well, and I think we ended up getting it eventually on an offensive rebound. We'd get 3 or 4 shots underneath the basket, but we'd missed the first 2. So I don't think our field goal percentage was really great. But.
Well, again, we were probably a little hard on you guys up here because we really wanted to see you dominate tonight and not let it get away. I mean, not walk out of here with a 20-point win when you could have dominated every quarter.
Well, I wanted to work on some of our offensive sets because I think there's some times that we just kind of go out and we do our own little thing, and we got to be able to where when we get in a tournament against Union City, be able to set up one of our set plays and run it. And that's something we've had a problem doing with, and we still even had a little bit of a problem doing that tonight. So that was my goal the second half, was to run some of our set plays and see how we could execute them. And we finally got a little bit of a hold of them, but that's something we need to do a little bit better job of. So my goal wasn't really to put them away, but to try to work on things that we needed to work on.
Kind of assess where you think this team is at, versus kind of where you expected this team to be at this point in the season.
I think I see improvements every game. I see lots of improvements. The girls are starting to get a feel for each other a little bit more. I'm starting to get a feel for who should be in what spots and what offenses seem to work a little bit better. I think our defense is the thing that we need to still continually work on. and be good defensively. I thought we played well defensively against Southern Wells for the most part. That's a very good team, but I didn't think we did tonight. So that's something that worried me just a little bit. So come Friday night when we play a conference team like Woodland, we've got to play both that offense and defense. It just can't be one. We've got to get everybody on the board. And I just hope we can do that against defensive pressure, because that's something we seem to struggle a little bit. Do I think we can do it? Yes, I think we can. It's just we've got to get that confidence. And I'm hoping tonight, after getting everybody on the board, Sheena has struggled for a while, and she finally got some points in there. And once she got that going, I think she got a little bit of confidence. Same thing with Sierra. So hopefully they'll get those girls some confidence and get them scoring.
Well, I sense a little bit of swagger in this team, kind of, especially late in the game, which is nice. Nice to see, and you hope you can roll that into some success going forward. But win number 4, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping up. Appreciate it. And